I found their grave. The people who first had my house. Jenny and Forrest, believe it or not, Jenny and Forrest. She was born in 1899. He was born in 1896. They got married in 1918. She died in 1943, quite young, and he died much later in 1978. Just wanted to connect with them. It's been a weird thing since some of their random family members showed up at our house. A year ago probably. And showed us pictures, and it's amazing, them in front of my house. And we toured the house with these these descendants of theirs, and toured the yard and talked and stories, and I connected with Jenny. She died from a gut problem that went untreated. I happen to suffer with some pretty severe gut problems. She liked to garden. I love to garden. She liked to can and bottle. So do I. She didn't even have a basement in our house. It's just tiny. And had a bazillion kids. I think it was 10 kids. I don't know how she did it. She was renowned for baking pies. How? We now, hallelujah, have air conditioning, central air in our house. But she was baking pies with her 10 kids in this little tiny, well, for sure the kids were outside, but I just feel like I have connected with her in so many ways. And it seemed like today I was having a pretty rough day. Various reasons. And I just needed something. I don't know. I needed something. I was driving around, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to the cemetery. And I did. I was like, wait a minute. I need to go find Jenny. Forrest has his own story too. But Jenny, I feel like I've felt the energy, the shadow that she left behind in our home. Our home. And I've had many times where I've wondered if she approves, don't know why, approves of what I've done with her home. Her story has taught me gratitude, so much gratitude, for my life, where I live, all of the just absolute good fortune that I enjoy in my life, which is especially helpful when life inevitably gets frustrating, stressful. You know, we all have those days, those moments. It helps me to think of Jenny. So yeah, it just absolutely made sense today, having a rough day and needing to just get out and be alone for a minute, and to come and finally pay my respects and connect with Jenny and Forrest. I want to bring her some flowers from my gardens that I've grown in hers and mine, our yard. Maybe that seems weird. I don't know. I don't think so. But that's what I want to do. I want to bring her and him. I want to bring them some flowers. Maybe that would be good for me to do that like on a regular basis. Simple little things that are like good for your mental health, I think. Having these little traditions or things that, you do on a weekly or monthly or whatever basis that help take your mind off of other things and encourage you to take care of your flowers. I have not taken care of them this year the way that I did last year, which is weird because last year I was dealing with my broken foot, waiting, to have surgery and all that without knowing how bad it really was. And then even after I found out how bad it really was, like I still feel like we took better care of the yard. Anyway, last year I took much better care of my flowers, and I haven't this year. And which is, who knows why. It's just one of those things. But this gives me some motivation to take better care of them so that I can cut some beautiful blooms and bring them here to Jenny. I really feel like part of her is still there. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts or things like that, but I do believe in energies and shadows. And I think her shadow and her energy has to be. She lived a very difficult life and died so young and tragically. I want to know her. I want to know more about her. And I think maybe having this mission, this purpose, this thing I'm doing, probably could be good for my mental health. That, or it could be absolutely a horrible idea. But we won't find out until we jump in. And what I do know is that right now, as I was having this rough day, I'm feeling a lot better. My guts hurt. I've had a flare up for the last 3 days. I know part of it was from traveling, which I love to travel, but it definitely messes me up. And I've just been in really rough shape. And then finally today, I was at a little bit of a breaking point, not disastrous, but you have those days, and I just needed to get out and get away. And I'm so glad I came here. I'm so glad I came and finally found them. It's like they've just been waiting here to meet me, or for me to meet them and find them. She had digestive, gut, horrible problems too. I think in the end it was her gallbladder that killed her. And I've talked many times on here about how I had to have my gallbladder removed several years ago, that it was just horribly diseased. I was on the point of just not wanting to be alive anymore because of the pain. And then found out that I'd been misdiagnosed, which has happened to me so many times. But I was misdiagnosed, and then finally they got it out, and I had been very sick. It had been diseased for at least years. And my Jenny, I mean, you think about it, if it was so hard to get diagnosed and being misdiagnosed again and again, that was so hard in this day and age. What was it like for her? 1943. And with all those kids and all those pies to bake, I guarantee she was not able to get the care that she needed, or she wasn't able to make it a priority, and it killed her. I am very fortunate in so many ways. When they first had that house, there wasn't even a bathroom. They had an outhouse. Anyway, I'm not even going to edit this. It's just going to be whatever this is that I've recorded. And this is my journal for today. And I have been Julie. And there are rough days. Oh, God, there are rough days. And sometimes you just have to step back and see the bigger picture and step outside of yourself and the immediate problem. And I know sometimes that's not possible. And especially with pain and things like that, I absolutely understand that. But if you can find a way to have something, a hobby, a task, a purpose, someone or something to connect with, even if it's here under a fabulously shady tree on an incredibly hot day with people you'll never know that had your house first. Find something. Find what it is. Something beautiful. Something not destructive. Something that can just give you perspective and give you empathy and give you hope and give you, most importantly, gratitude. That doesn't always work. I know that. I absolutely know that. But I know that for me today, it did. And it does. And I'm excited now to take care of my garden, which I'll have to do at like 5 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock at night, because right now it's like 105 degrees Fahrenheit. But I am excited to take care of my plants so that I can bring some to Jenny and Forrest. Anyway, that's the journal. Planning to start journaling more often. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Life is good, even when it's super hard. Life is beautiful. Life is good. You are beautiful. You are good. And I'll see you, well, soon.